Welcome back, guys, to the funding table. Today, we have a special guest. We're going to be talking about what current homeowners and future homeowners should worry about, because buying a house is one of the biggest investments that you're going to make, and not having it insured is a non-negotiable. I'm joined with a very special guest with over 20 years experience in the insurance world. She has a team locked and loaded and always ready on standby, and she's going to be breaking down what property insurance is and more. Welcome, Marisela Garcia with AmeriCorp Insurance Group.
Hi, Rosie. Thank you so much for including me in your podcast today. I really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Let's just go a little bit about you real quick, okay?
Yes.
Okay. I know that you're married, right?
Yes.
How many kids do you have?
I have two little ones, and I have an older son who's just fresh out of the Air Force in San Antonio. But I do have he's going to be 9 already, and my 5-year-old little girl. So yes, we have our hands full, but we love it.
Yes. Before we started the podcast, I was asking her how many people do you have on staff, and she said 8. Guys, that's a lot to take care of.
Yes, we're blessed. We're blessed with a great staff, so we love it.
Awesome. Well, let's go into a few questions.
Yeah.
People that are considering buying houses really don't know what homeowners insurance is. So can you kind of let us know what that is? What does it include?
Basically, homeowner insurance is going to cover the structure of your home, from your roof to the walls to the floor to your foundation to your plumbing, damage that the plumbing does to your home. But home insurance is there to make sure, in your worst case scenario that I always explain to everybody, if it burned down, you want to make sure that we replace, or that your insurance carrier replaces it to the standard that it was before any damage.
And what is some things that homeowners insurance includes that maybe people don't know about?
Well, your jewelry, money, valuables, up to a certain amount. Okay. Every policy is different. Every insurance carrier is different. So those are the basic extras that are included. So you just have to ask your insurance agent, how much will my jewelry be insured for?
I mean, especially when you're buying a whole bunch of jewelry. I mean, if you're buying fake jewelry, you probably don't have anything to worry about, right?
But your wedding ring.
Yes, but your wedding ring, or if, you get your push present.
Your push present.
Yeah, you definitely want to have those insured. So that's really good that you can insure that.
Yes.
What is one thing that home buyers make a mistake on when they are insuring their homes?
Number one issue I see is everybody wants to go based on price. What is the cheapest price that I can get to insure my home? Right. And although you can get great coverage and great deductibles for a very low premium, especially on a new construction home, you really don't want to base yourself on your biggest investment to go on the cheapest insurance policy without understanding what is not included in that cheapest price. So that's the biggest mistake I see homeowners experiencing.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, yes. Sometimes people are worried about the monthly payment, which I get, but you're right. It's one of the biggest investments that you're going to make. So make sure that you have your investment well protected.
Yes, and if I could just say, they'll purchase the home and you may not have reviewed your policy for 3, 4, 5 years. And if you went on the cheapest price, which means coverages may not have been included, or your deductible is sky high, and God forbid that claim comes in, you would be really upset knowing that it's not covered, or what you'd have to pay out of pocket at that time.
Yeah, that would be unfortunate.
So yes. We always operate in making sure our clients are fully aware of their coverages, what is covered, what is not. We tailor it to their needs when we get the chance to speak to them. And what I see coming in from other agencies is they trust the advice of the insurance agent that is selling them the policy with a lower premium, and they did not take initiative to review the actual document.
Gotcha.
And so there could be misinformation given to them at that time, and that's what we've experienced coming into us.
Okay, yeah, that's really important to kind of go over exactly what you're paying, right? And what you're insuring as well. So
yes,
that is valuable information.
Yes.
And let me ask you, okay, so in our previous episode, we were talking about how people are seeing escrow shortages, right? Some of it has to deal with property taxes, and then some of it has to deal with insurance premiums going up. What is it exactly that makes, not all the time, but sometimes people are seeing insurance premiums going up. So what is why would it go up?
Well, the recent increase in premiums that have happened in the past, I'd say 2 years, has been because of inflation. Okay. And when we say inflation, it's because when we need to replace your roof, the labor because of inflation has increased, the cost of material has increased. So when every carrier does the analysis and risk assessments of what to expect for the following year, we did experience in the industry very high rate increases in homeowners. In the past 2 years, it has been steady. Now it's getting steady because everybody's already adjusting to the new prices. But that is the number one cause. You should have your home insurance increase every year because it's called replacement cost coverage.
Okay.
And so if you have that, your home insurance policy increases. If your policy stays the same, if you purchased it for $5.99 for the year and in 5 years it's still $5.99, then you definitely know something is wrong. And when you have to replace your roof, you won't have enough to replace it.
Okay, and it makes sense. You know, sometimes they ask me and I'm like, I don't know. I'm an insurance agent. Like, I don't know why. But like, you're not the only one. Mine is going up too. So like, we're all in that boat, guys.
And there's ways to avoid it, to adjust premium increases. You know, if you've done improvements on your home, if it's an older home, if you've done improvements, if you replaced the roof, if you replaced your plumbing, the electrical, or if you just have updates, let your insurance agent know because that could play a big role in saving a couple $100s off of your homeowner insurance annually.
Okay, no, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yes,
that's great.
yes,
oh
yes.
My goodness. Okay,
yes.
Great.
So
I also wanted to know, just for myself, right? I was on the phone with my mom like 2 weeks ago, you know, and I think she was having an issue with her house. And I was like, well, why don't you call the insurance provider and see exactly like how much more your insurance will go up if you file a claim on it? And she's like, no, what if like I call and even if I don't make the claim, my insurance goes up? Is that true?
No, that's not true. That's a really big misconception. Well, there's different types of agencies. Okay. So we're an independent agency. So we represent a variety of homeowner companies as far as auto. So if you're in a captive agency, maybe they have different guidelines when somebody calls in to make a claim. But what we do is we want to advocate for the client. Okay. We are in the middleman. So when you call in to make a claim, we're going to let you know, is it even needed to make a claim? Is it going to meet your deductible? Okay. Maybe your deductible is $2,500 and the claim was only $1,000. So then why even open up a claim to have that on your history of insurance and it wasn't paid out?
Makes sense.
So there's different ways to approach it, and what we always like to tell our clients, call it. That's what we're there for. We want to make sure we let you know the proper procedure, if you need to make it or not, based on your deductibles. And a lot of people do that. A lot of people get afraid of calling their insurance agent because they're afraid for their insurance premiums to be affected.
Gotcha.
But that could also lead a homeowner to have the damages increase. In other words, if you're afraid and there's a leak and you didn't want to call and we could have just helped you, and maybe it starts escalating. So as far as how we work in our agency, just call us. We like to help you. And what we do, even for clients that are not ours, we've had clients called in and say they'd had this issue, they don't know, and we always provide the most professional advice so that they can handle it with their other carrier. And they're very pleased with our customer service.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, at the end of the day, you want somebody that you can talk to, right?
Yes.
My poor mom, but no, you're right.
Honestly, somebody honestly you can talk to.
Yes, you're right.
And everybody loves us when we do that.
Yes, absolutely. And they're so grateful, and they recommend you to, you know, their cousin, their auntie, everybody that they basically know. Because sometimes I get buyers that are like, do I really need homeowners insurance? I'm like, yes, you need homeowners insurance. Like, you won't be able to get financing without that insurance.
It is the last thing people want to worry about.
Literally,
the last thing, but it's probably it's your biggest purchase ever.
Yes, 100%.
It's your biggest purchase ever. So you want to make sure you are worry free when that thunderstorm comes in, that alert on your alarm pad comes in, and seriously. Beware.
I am the worst. Like, somebody would be like, hey, who's our insurance who's covering our insurance? I'm like, look, only Jesus knows, because I don't know. I have to look, and I'm over there searching through emails, and I have like 10 emails, and I'm like, where is it?
And the best way to figure out who's your insurance agent is just to look at the escrow part of your payment, and it's always there. We always tell everybody, look and see what the carrier is associated on your escrow account, and then we'll go from there. But a little bit off topic, when we started our agency, me and David, more than a couple of years ago, 17 years ago, we couldn't sleep during the rain. We were so worried that everybody made their payments on time to make sure everything was. So that was the newbie phase of opening an insurance agency, that we could not enjoy the rainy weather anymore because we were just so worried that everybody made their premium payments on time.
Wait, and that happened oh man, several years ago, where everybody, I saw it all over Laredo. It's like, make your payments and make sure that you are insured because there's a severe thunderstorm happening. And remember, it got flooded.
It did. And when that happens, our insurance carriers, they cut us off.
Oh my God.
They cut us off from writing policies. You cannot bind.
Crazy.
So when this, because you need, it's like if somebody knew that something was going to happen, let me go purchase the policy, get it covered, and then maybe cancel a couple of days later. So they advise us maybe 2 days, depending on the severity of the weather, they'll tell us, you can't ride anymore in Webb County. And we'll tell you when that is lifted.
Crazy.
So we haven't had one of those in a while, thank God, but they do happen maybe once a year.
And then, like, what do you do? Like,
We just have to wait. We just have to wait. We just have to wait and say, I hope you paid attention to us. I hope you read your emails. I hope you appreciated us bugging you so much. But yes, they make us stop writing. So
that is crazy. No. Okay, so we're gonna go into our final segment of the podcast. It's
Bring it
a
on.
rapid fire question. Let's see. You're just gonna say whatever pops up tonight.
Okay, let's do this.
All right. Replacement cost or actual cash value?
Replacement cost. Replacement cost. Actual cash value. Boo. 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 Never do that.
Biggest myth about homeowners insurance?
That they are not there for you when you have a claim. Claims are lengthy and tedious on a homeowner insurance policy claim, but they are there for you.
I think every homeowner should check in their policy today.
Deductibles. Make sure your deductibles are not 5%, please. The norm now is a 2% deductible. I strongly advise staying away from 5% deductibles. It's useless. Your policy is useless at that point.
Flood insurance, necessary or optional?
It's optional. And I used to say at the beginning of my insurance career, it never happens. But here it is in case you need it. I will never say that ever again because now the environment is just doing its own thing.
Yes.
So always ask, just so you're aware.
Mm-hmm. Most overlooked type of coverage?
Most overlooked. I would have to say it would be probably your contents.
You know what? This is I know this is a side rant, right?
Yes, tell me.
Like a side question, right? Just for, I guess, our viewers that are out there that might even think this, like, let's say you get contents and you get it for $100,000 and you only have like $2,000 worth of contents that you want to replace. Would they give you the difference?
No.
Like,
No, that's a good one. That's a good question though, and it's been asked to us before. So when there is water damage or theft and your contents are destroyed, the insurance adjuster at the time is going to ask for some kind of proof.
Okay.
So it'll go based off of receipts, your credit card payments, photos. They're going to ask to see what the value of each item you're claiming. So I wish it was a free-for-all,
Right?
but no.
Okay. How often should you review your insurance policy?
Every year.
Bundle policies, worth it or not worth it?
So worth it. You get your maximum discounts to bundle.
And then lastly, what's one piece of advice that you would give a homeowner when it comes to insurance?
When it comes to insurance, love your house. Love your house. Always just be aware of it. Where sometimes we only focus on walking in our house and making sure that the paint on the walls look very nice, and we forget the outside. You notice the cracks that are happening in your foundation. Notice the cracks that are happening in the stucco maybe that's outside of your house, because preventative measures outweighs having to have a claim of $15,000, $20,000, which will eventually affect renewal premium. So just be aware, just look out, and then if it's a little quick fix, it's better to have that done. Then just be aware of your house. Love your house.
Awesome. No, thank you so much, Marisela, for giving us great, valuable information. I'll be sure to put her details and the captions below. I'll tag her social medias as well. Please follow her. If you guys are looking for homeowners insurance, want to price it out, give her a call, give her team a call. She'll be able to assist you guys. Thank you for tuning in for this episode. If you did find value in this episode, please be sure to like, share to all your family and friends, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah.